destination. There was an old red wagon, missing half its paint, one squeaky wheel, a loose wooden handle. But to us, it was perfect. We filled it with blankets, toy dinosaurs, comic books, a peanut butter sandwich. Wrapped in foil, then pulled it down every sidewalk like we were exploring another country. Every driveway was a checkpoint, every tree a new discovery. The old red wagon rolling through the afternoon. Little adventures, big imaginations. The whole world fit inside one summer day. Sometimes one of us would ride, sometimes we'd all take turns pulling. Nobody complained, nobody hurried. We stopped whenever something caught our attention. A butterfly, a turtle, a feather, an old tire swing we'd somehow never noticed before. Looking back, the wagon was never carrying toys. It carried our curiosity, the kind that only childhood knows, the kind that sees treasure in ordinary things. Maybe that's why I still slow down whenever I see an old wagon left beside a porch, because for 1 second I'm right back there. The old red wagon rolling through the afternoon. Little adventures, big imaginations. The whole world fit inside one summer day. The wheels stopped turning, the sun slipped low, the sidewalk grew quiet, and somewhere that old red wagon is still rolling, pulled by kids who believe every corner leads to another adventure. Some playgrounds never really disappear. Behind the old barn hung a tire swing, just a rope, an old tree, and a summer that never seemed to end. We took turns flying higher, certain we could touch the clouds. The branches creaked, the leaves whispered, the wind pushed us a little farther. Every single time back then, the world felt endless from that little swing. The old tire swing still moving in my mind. Open skies, barefoot dreams. The higher we flew, the smaller our worries became. Someone carved a tiny heart into the trunk. Someone else buried a time capsule that we never Afternoons passed unnoticed. Lemonade on the porch. Sticky hands, grass-covered shoes. Laughter echoing across the fields. Nobody said, these are the good days. Nobody had to, we were living them. Sometimes the happiest memories are the quietest ones. The ones that never asked to be remembered. The old tire swing still moving in my mind. Open skies, barefoot dreams. The higher we flew, the smaller our worries became. The tree grew taller, the years rolled on, and somewhere a child is still swinging toward the sunset, believing the sky is close enough to touch. Yeah, every kingdom needs a place to hide. Deep behind the woods, past the old fence, stood our secret tree house. Crooked boards, rusty nails, a rope that squeaked every time we climbed to everyone else. It was just wood to us, it was a castle, a spaceship, a pirate ship, whatever the day needed it to be. We made rules, shared secrets, swore we never tell anyone where it was. The secret tree house, high above the ground, big imaginations, little hearts, the world below can never reach us there. Inside, we kept treasures only kids could understand. Smooth stones, bottle caps, baseball cards, a feather from a bird we were sure was magical. Rain sounded different on the wooden roof. The wind whispered through the branches like the forest was telling us stories. Looking back, the tree house was never about hiding. It was about believing that ordinary places could become extraordinary with the right friends. Maybe that's why I still smile whenever I see an old tree standing alone. A secret tree house high above the ground, big imaginations, little hearts, the world below could never reach us there. The ladder grew old, the branches reached higher, the seasons moved on, and somewhere a little tree house still waits for a group of kids who believe adventure is only one climb away. always had its own song. The sun had disappeared. The sky turned navy blue. One by one, the porch lights came alive. Then it started. The crickets soft at first, then everywhere, like the whole neighborhood was humming the same lullaby. We sat on the steps, cold lemonade in our hands, talking about nothing, dreaming about everything. Nobody checked the time. The night was still young, and so were we. The sound of crickets playing through the summer air. Quiet streets, open hearts. The stars above felt close enough to count. The moon climbed slowly over the rooftops. A dog barked a few houses away. Someone laughed behind an open window. The smell of fresh grass mixed with the cool night breeze. Everything felt exactly where it belonged. Funny how the loudest memories can come from the quietest nights. No fireworks, no celebrations, just ordinary evenings that quietly became the moments we'd spend a lifetime trying to remember. Maybe that's what childhood really was, finding magic in nights that asked for absolutely nothing. The sound of crickets playing through the summer air. Quiet streets, open hearts. The stars above felt close enough to count. The lights went out, the voices faded, the crickets kept singing, and somewhere a child is still sitting on those front steps, listening to the soundtrack of the perfect summer night. Yeah. If I could visit one season again, I choose this one. The bicycles are resting by the fence. The baseball field is finally quiet. The creek still follows the same old path. Fireflies wake with the evening. The porch lights glow one by one. Every place we loved is still here, only smaller than I remember. Or maybe I've just grown taller. Funny how childhood never really leaves. It simply waits in the places that made us. Endless summers, they never truly ended. They just found a home inside our hearts. Every sunset, every laugh, every little memory still shines. close my eyes and hear bicycles rolling down the street. The ice cream truck around the corner, friends calling from the sidewalk, the screen door slamming shut, the crickets starting their song. Nothing was perfect, but everything felt complete, because love didn't need big moments, it lived in scrape me. Sticky hands, late sunsets, open windows, and one more game before dinner. Maybe that's why those summers still feel endless. Not because they lasted forever, because they taught us what forever feels like. Endless summers, they never truly ended, they just found a home inside our hearts. Every sunset, every laugh, every little memory still shines. The stars came out, the street grew quiet, the night embraced the town, and somewhere a child is running home as the porch light turns on, never knowing they're living the memories they'll spend the rest of their life trying to remember. Nobody wanted to be the first to go home. The sun was sinking, the air turned cooler. Our bikes leaned against the old mailbox. Someone smiled and said, "One more lap." Nobody argued. We pushed off together, past the corner store, past the little park, past the houses where every porch had someone waving. The wind rushed past, the chain clicked softly for those few minutes. The whole neighborhood belonged to us. One more lap around the block, one more reason to stay outside, one more sunset, one more laugh. Childhood always found a little extra time. We raced shadows, stretching across the street, tried to beat the streetlights home. Someone rang their bicycle bell. Someone started singing a song nobody knew. We laughed anyway back then. We never worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow always arrived with another adventure, another game, another reason to knock on someone's door. Without calling first, looking back, those streets were never ordinary. They were the first places where freedom learned our names. One more lap around the block, one more reason to stay outside, one more sunset, one more laugh. Childhood always found a little extra time. The porch lights glowed, the bike slowed down, the night settled gently, and somewhere of kids is still taking one more lap before the day finally says goodbye. Yeah. Some dreams could fit in folded paper. We stole a few sheets from an old notebook, folded every corner as carefully as we could. Then we climbed the little hill behind the skull. 1, 2, 3. Paper airplanes filled the sky. Some flew forever, some landed right at our feet. Nobody laughed, we just folded another one. Back then, trying again came naturally. Paper airplanes carried by the wind. Little hands, big dreams. We believed the sky always had room for one more. The clouds drifted slowly, the grass swayed like waves. Someone wrote their name on one wing. Someone else drew a tiny star. We watched them disappear beyond the trees, certain they were traveling farther than we ever could. Looking back, those airplanes never needed to fly forever. They only needed to remind us that hope could be made from something as simple as a blank page. Maybe childhood was exactly that, believing every small beginning could reach the horizon. Paper airplanes carried by the wind. Little hands, big dreams. We believed the sky always had room for one more. The wind grew softer, the hill stood quiet, the paper disappeared, and somewhere one little airplane is still flying in the imagination of a child who never stopped looking up. Yeah. The best adventures never had a destination. The bicycles rode before breakfast was over. Dust rose behind us like little clouds. Every street led somewhere new. Every shortcut felt like a secret only we knew. We raced The wind jumped broken curbs, balanced on empty sidewalks like they were tight ropes. The neighborhood was our entire world, and somehow it was more than enough. Riding until dark, no clocks, no worries, just the road ahead and the sun behind us. Freedom had two wheels and scraped up knees. We found an old trail hidden behind the trees, a tiny creek nobody talked about. We skipped stones, filled our pockets with smooth little rocks we thought we'd keep forever. When the sky turned orange, the street lights began to glow. We knew it was almost time, but nobody wanted to be first to ride home. Looking back, it wasn't the places that made those days special. It was knowing we never had to ride alone. Riding until dark, no clocks, no worries, just the road ahead and the sun behind us. Freedom had two wheels and scraped up knees. The stars appeared, the pedals slowed, the night settled in, and somewhere a group of kids is still racing the sunset, believing tomorrow will be just as endless. Yeah. Back when Saturday mornings felt like a holiday. The sun wasn't up, but I already was sneaking through the hallway, trying not to wake the house. The TV clicked on static for a second, then colors filled the room. Cartoons, a bowl of cereal balanced on my knees. The milk always turned the sweetest shade before the show was over. Outside, the neighborhood was still asleep. Inside, the whole world fit into one small screen. Saturday morning cartoons, blankets on the floor, cereal getting soggy, dreaming even more we didn't know. Those little mornings would become the ones we'd missed the most. When the credits rolled, we rushed outside, bikes waiting at the end of the driveway. Friends appear without a text, without a plan, just to knock at the front door. The day unfolded, one adventure at a time. Cardboard became castles, tree branches became swords. Every empty lot turned into another universe. Looking back, nothing about it was expensive. Nothing was perfect, but somehow everything felt complete. Maybe childhood was never about having more. Maybe it was about needing less. Saturday morning cartoons, blankets on the floor, cereal getting soggy, dreaming even more we didn't know. Those little mornings would become the ones we'd miss the most. The television went quiet, the bikes rolled away, the sun climbed high somewhere, a child is still waking early, certain the best day of the week has just begun. Some of the best days started with dark clouds. The sky turned gray, the wind picked up. Everybody thought the fun was over. Then the rain arrived, warm enough to keep us outside. We jumped in puddles, ran through empty streets, paper boats sailed along the gutters. Our clothes were soaked, our shoes were ruined. Nobody cared, the storm didn't stop the day. It became the adventure. Summer rain falling without warning, laughing out loud, running barefoot. The clouds disappeared, the memories never did. The smell of wet grass filled the neighborhood. Raindrops danced on old bicycles. Someone found a rainbow stretching across the sky. We all stopped just to look. Funny how the smallest miracles asked for nothing except our attention. Soon the sun returned, steam rose from the sidewalks. Everything sparkled like the world had just been washed clean. Looking back, I don't remember how long it rained. I only remember how alive we felt, while everyone else stayed inside. Summer rain falling without warning, laughing out loud, running barefoot. The clouds disappeared, the memories never did. The puddles dried, the sky turned blue, the evening settled in, and somewhere it's still raining on a summer afternoon, and a group of kids is dancing like the storm will never end. Some places only exist in childhood. Behind the last house on our street, there was a little creek. Nothing famous, nothing special, just clear water running over smooth stones. We crossed it on an old fallen log, pretending it was the only bridge to another world. We carried sticks like they were fishing poles, built tiny boats from leaves and bark. Every splash started another story. Every afternoon became an adventure no one else would ever understand. The creek behind our street, where time moves slowly, barefoot dreams Dragonflies floated above the water. The breeze carried the smell of pine trees. Someone skipped the stone all the way across. We cheered like history had just been made. When the sun began to fall, the shadows stretched across the trail. We promised we'd come back tomorrow, and we did again and again. Funny how we never realized those ordinary afternoons were quietly becoming the stories we tell forever. The creek behind our street, where time moves slowly, barefoot dreams, summer skies. We thought the whole world started there. Maybe for us it did. The water kept flowing, the seasons kept changing, the old log stayed still, and somewhere two kids are still crossing that creek, certain there's another world waiting on the other side. Yeah. Some places never stop waiting. There was an old baseball field at the edge of town. Rusty fences, crooked bases, grass growing where we used to slide. Every afternoon it became our stadium. No trophies, no crowd, just scraped elbows, dirty sneakers, and impossible dreams. We counted home runs like they were championships. Every sunset ended one more game. Every tomorrow promised another. The empty baseball field still holds our echoes. Warm summer days, dust in the air. We thought those games would never end. Maybe part of them never did. The scoreboard never really worked, nobody cared. We kept score in our heads. Someone always argued about the last place. Someone always laughed before anyone got mad. The wind carried the smell of cut grass. The sky turned orange. Parents called us home from far away. 5 more minutes, we shouted every single evening. Looking back, those 5 minutes lasted a lifetime. Funny how the biggest victories were never winning. They were having one more inning with the people who made summer feel endless. The empty baseball field still holds our echoes. Warm summer days, dust in the air. We thought those games would never end. Maybe part of them never did. The field grew quiet, the sun disappeared, the stars came out, and somewhere the game is still going. The bases are loaded, nobody's keeping score, and we're all still kids. a year. We heard it first from 3 streets away, a little melody floating through the summer air. The ice cream truck, every kid dropped what they were doing. Basketball stopped bouncing, bikes fell onto the grass. Front doors slammed open. We searched our pockets for loose change. Sometimes enough, sometimes not, but somehow someone always shared back then. Happiness only cost a melting popsicle. The ice cream truck song echoing through the neighborhood. Sticky hands, barefoot laughs, the sweetest memories never came in wrappers. They came with the people beside us. We sat on the curb watching the sun sink behind the houses. Orange popsicles, chocolate cones, rainbow sprinkles falling onto warm sidewalks. Nobody rushed home, nobody checked the time. The evening still belonged to us. Funny how that little melody could turn an ordinary afternoon into the best day of the whole summer. Sometimes I still hear it, not outside, inside my memories, playing softly somewhere between childhood and forever. The ice cream truck song echoing through the neighborhood. Sticky hands, barefoot laughs, the sweetest memories never came in wrappers. They came with the people beside us. The music faded, the truck disappeared, the sunset stayed, and somewhere a child is running barefoot down a quiet street, smiling before the song gets too far away. Nobody knew it would become a memory. The final school bell echoed down the hallway. Backpacks hit the floor, everyone ran outside like the whole world had been waiting for us. Bikes lined the sidewalk. The sun felt brighter, the sky looked bigger. Someone yelled, "See you tomorrow," not knowing tomorrow would become 100 unforgettable days. We had no plans, that was the plan. The last day before summer, the beginning of forever. Open roads, carefree hearts. Every sunset felt like a promise. Every morning brought another adventure. Popsicles melting too fast, grass stains on our jeans, shoes left at the front door, long afternoons that refuse to end. We built forts, skipped stones, watched clouds become impossible shapes. No calendars, no alarms, only the sound of laughter carried by the wind. Funny how the smallest moments become the biggest memories. Not because they were extraordinary, because we believed they would last forever. The last day before summer, the beginning of forever. Open roads, carefree hearts, every sunset felt like a promise. Every morning brought another adventure. The bell stopped ringing, the years kept moving, the memories stayed, and somewhere summer is still beginning for a kid running out of school without looking back. Every neighborhood had one place that felt like home. Right around the corner stood a tiny little store. A bell above the door rang every time someone walked in. Shelves packed with candy jars, cold soda bottles, comic books spinning on a wire rack. The owner knew everyone's name. Sometimes he'd smile and say, "Pay me tomorrow," and somehow tomorrow always came. Back then, trust was part of the neighborhood, the little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. We'd spend forever choosing one snack, changing our minds at least 3 times, walking out like we'd found treasure. The paper bag swinging by our side, outside the sidewalks waited, the bikes were ready, the afternoon still had hours left. Looking back, it wasn't about the candy or the soda, it was about having nowhere to be, except exactly where we already were. Funny how the richest days were the ones that cost almost nothing. The little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. The bell rang softly, the screen door closed. The summer breeze returned, and somewhere a child is still counting coins, certain they have enough to buy the happiest afternoon of their life. neighborhood had one place that felt like home. Right around the corner stood a tiny little store. A bell above the door rang every time someone walked in. Shelves packed with candy jars, cold soda bottles, comic books spinning on a wire rack. The owner knew everyone's name. Sometimes he'd smile and say, "Pay me tomorrow." And somehow tomorrow always came. Back then, trust was part of the neighborhood. The little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. We'd spend forever choosing one snack, changing our minds at least 3 times, walking out like we'd found treasure. The paper bag swinging by our side. Outside, the sidewalks waited, the bikes were ready. The afternoon still had hours left. Looking back, it wasn't about the candy or the soda. It was about having nowhere to be except exactly where we already were. Funny how the richest days were the ones that cost almost nothing. The little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. The bell rang softly, the screen door closed. The summer breeze returned, and somewhere a child is still counting coins, certain they have enough to buy the happiest afternoon of their life. Yeah. Nobody knew it would become a memory. The final school bell echoed down the hallway. Backpacks hit the floor. Everyone ran outside like the whole world had been waiting for us. Bikes lined the sidewalk, the sun felt brighter, the sky looked bigger. Someone yelled, "See you tomorrow," not knowing tomorrow would become 100 unforgettable days. We had no plans, that was the plan. The last day before summer, the beginning of forever. Open roads, carefree hearts, every sunset felt like a promise. Every morning brought another adventure. The days blurred together, popsicles melting too fast, grass stains on our jeans, shoes left at the front door, long afternoons that refused to end. We built forts, skipped stones, watched clouds become impossible shapes. No calendars, no alarms, only the sound of laughter carried by the wind. Funny how the smallest moments become the biggest memories. Not because they were extraordinary, because we believed they would last forever. The last day before summer, the beginning of forever. Open roads, carefree hearts, every sunset felt like a promise. Every morning brought another adventure. beginning for a kid running out of school without looking back. In the neighborhood, at one place that felt like home. Right around the corner stood a tiny little store. A bell above the door rang every time someone walked in. Shelves packed with candy jars, cold soda bottles, comic books spinning on a wire rack. The owner knew everyone's name. Sometimes he'd smile and say, "Pay me tomorrow." And somehow tomorrow always came. Back then, trust was part of the neighborhood. The little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. We'd spend forever choosing one snack, changing our minds at least 3 times, walking out like we'd found treasure. The paperback swinging by our side. Outside, the sidewalks waited, the bikes were ready. The afternoon still had hours left. Looking back, it wasn't about the candy or the soda. It was about having nowhere to be except exactly where we already were. Funny how the richest days were the ones that cost almost nothing. The little corner store where every visit felt like an adventure. A pocket full of coins, a heart full of wonder. The smallest places held the biggest memories. The screen door closed. The summer breeze returned. And somewhere a child is still counting coins, certain they have enough to buy the happiest afternoon of their life. Some adventures didn't need a destination. There was an old red wagon, missing half its paint. One squeaky wheel, a loose wooden handle, but to us, it was perfect. We filled it with blankets, toy dinosaurs, comic books, a peanut butter sandwich wrapped in foil, then pulled it down every sidewalk like we were exploring another country. Every driveway was a checkpoint, every tree a new discovery. The old red wagon rolling through the afternoon. Little adventures, big imaginations. The whole world fit inside one summer day. Sometimes one of us would ride. Sometimes we'd all take turns pulling. Nobody complained, nobody hurried. We stopped whenever something caught our attention. A butterfly, a turtle, a feather, an old tire swing we'd somehow never noticed before. Looking back, the wagon was never carrying toys. It carried our curiosity, the kind that only childhood knows, the kind that sees treasure in ordinary things. Maybe that's why I still slow down whenever I see an old wagon left beside a porch, because for 1 second I'm right back there. The old red wagon rolling through the afternoon. Little adventures, big imaginations. The whole world fit inside one summer day. The wheels stopped turning, the sun slipped low. The sidewalk grew quiet, and somewhere that old red wagon is still rolling, pulled by kids who believe every corner leads to another adventure. Some playgrounds never really disappear. Behind the old barn hung a tire swing, just a rope, an old tree, and a summer that never seemed to end. We took turns flying higher, certain we could touch the clouds. The branches creaked, the leaves whispered, the wind pushed us a little farther every single time. Back then, the world felt endless from that little swing. The old tire swing, still moving in my mind. Open skies, barefoot dreams. The higher we flew, the smaller our worries became. Someone carved a tiny heart into the trunk. Someone else buried a time capsule that we never found again. The afternoons passed unnoticed when I made on the porch. Sticky hands, grass-covered shoes, laughter echoing across the fields. Nobody said these are the good days. Nobody had to, we were living them. Sometimes the happiest memories are the quietest ones, the ones that never asked to be remembered. The old tire swing, still moving in my mind. Open skies, barefoot dreams. The higher we flew, the smaller our worries became. The rope grew close enough to touch. Yeah. Every kingdom needs a place to hide. Deep behind the woods, past the old fence, stood our secret tree house. Crooked boards, rusty nails, a rope that squeaked. Every time we climbed, to everyone else it was just wood. To us, it was a castle, a spaceship, a pirate ship. Whatever the day needed it to be, we made rules, shared secrets, swore we'd never tell anyone where it was. The secret tree house high above the ground. Big imaginations, little hearts, the world below could never reach us there. Inside we kept treasures only kids could understand. Smooth stones, bottle caps, baseball cards, a feather from a bird we were sure was magical. Rain sounded different on the wooden roof. The wind whispered through the branches like the forest was telling us stories. Looking back, the tree house was never about hiding. It was about believing that ordinary places could become extraordinary with the right friends. Maybe that's why I still smile whenever I see an old tree standing alone. The secret tree house high above the ground. Big imaginations, little hearts, the world below could never reach us there. Reached higher, the seasons moved on, and somewhere a little treehouse still waits for a group of kids who believe adventure is only one climb away.